Welcome back, denizens. It's time for another edition of Shooting the Shiznat with your host, JT McRoberts, right here on Comic-Jutsu. Thank you for sticking it out for the last few months. This is going to be an informal vlog where I'm just going to rattle some things off at the camera just to share a little bit of the behind the scenes of what's going on around here, as well as some of the goals and just random other things. Like I might talk about what's on my to read pile this week. Check this out. I've got the original Jim Starlin Warlock books on deck. I've been revisiting a lot of classic cosmic Marvel books, and I am at the point where I have read my way into the Starlin era with the early introduction of Thanos and Moondragon and all those characters. And also, I just picked this up on the secondary market. First appearance of the Hate Monger. Well, a reprinting of the first appearance. I love these classic reprints. Anytime a classic story is reprinted in full color, whether it's a complete facsimile or not, I really like to pick them up. I mean, there is no guarantee that anyone's favorite story is going to be in print for perpetuity. So some of these stories, unless you can shell out the money for the omnibuses or trade paperbacks that go out of print or what have you, you might not ever have another way of actually reading them aside from picking up these reprints. I also have Peter David's Captain Marvel Return. In one of my recent discussions on a comic book Facebook group, we talked about Peter David, and someone mentioned this series as being great. And since I already have it, and I've been looking for an excuse to bump it up to the top of the list anyway, I figured I would move it closer to the top of the to read pile. Also to read this week, as part of our ongoing series here, our Invisibles walkthrough, our book by book, issue by issue, page by page, panel by panel walkthrough of the amazing seminal work of Grant Morrison, They of Many Talents. I shot the first, that's interesting, I shot the first Invisibles video, essentially an announcement video, because I used the whole Barbenheimer tag to use it in the video. You know, I figure when else is one going to have a chance to talk about Oppenheimer and and Barbie and Barbenheimer and Grant Morrison's The Invisibles than right now at this weird intersection of time and culture where we are in our real world. I'm also working on a comic book dojo breakdown for Slade, Deathstroke the Terminator, if you will, and I had to get one of those facsimile type reprints, though I don't think this is a perfect reprint. I actually haven't cracked this open yet. It's part of my homework for the week, is going through that, breaking down the classic fighting style of Deathstroke. That will be the first in the series of videos looking at Deathstroke, which I'm kind of excited about because up till now, I've tried to apply like real world physics and combat and styles making fights and what have you. And with Deathstroke fighting the Teen Titans, you know, he's going up against superpowered beings. And the first thing you notice is that he brings in weaponry. So it's kind of interesting that here you have this guy that has all of this training, both military training and self-defense training and survival training and intelligence training and all these different things. And he still has to make sure he has the right weapon at the right time to deal with his superpowered adversaries. You know, I when I shot my first Shooting the Shiznit video vlog here on the channel, I had a little cameo from my best buddy at the time, Luke the Cat. It was unexpected, and it was. I'm going to go into, you know, real world stuff for just very brief moment. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to repost anything on your social media or anything like that, but I'm just providing the behind the scenes thing of it all. It was unexpected for Luke to jump in there, and then when I actually uploaded the video, the day that I was uploading it, I finished and I had been calling him all morning and he didn't come in. And then, eventually I found him in the road. So it was a really horrible day. And I just had to, it gave me one of those taking stock moments. And I just thought, you know what, I'm putting so much time and effort into building this Comic-Jutsu brand in addition to working on my actual stories and also, having to work a full-time job and then spending time with family and friends that it was all just too much. And I thought, you know what, I'll take a little break for right now, figure some things out, look at the branding on the channel, see if there are ways I can improve the search engine optimization, if that is even such a thing nowadays, and so on and so forth. And one of the big things about these creative channels is people always want to show their work in progress, and I'm just at a point where I can't show anything right now. Everything is in the form of notes and story structures and also the thumbnail work that I'm doing. I told myself that I would wait until I had all of the thumbnails done for the first graphic collection, the first graphic novel. But it's just taken so long. I want to provide any content on the channel whatsoever, and I have to get some sort of content going to make this a viable brand, But so I'm working on things. They're just things that I can't show. It's just not smart for anyone to show off all of your original ideas while they're being developed right there on the internet for anyone to do with what they will. We'll have to wait till I get closer to the final finished product. Okay, well, here's another cameo. Here's the reason why I wanted to do this video. This is one of the brothers at the house. This is Natty, also known as Nathaniel Xavier Sarsaparilla, just like in the pronouns song. But he is one of the little brothers to Luke's big brother. Okay, and this week is our 1 year anniversary of Natty and his brother Sasha moving in with us. The boys, the twins, as we sometimes call them, they were attacked by a phantom bobcat of some sort. Left Sasha with a severely mangled foot. His paw had been bitten through. He had like a bone and ligaments just protruding from the top of his little paw. So it was pretty crazy. But anyway, so he's healed up. That was a year ago. That was how they first came to the home. He's healed up, and his brother is doing well. And he's rolling around in my lap, doing his best to try to get my attention. But I figure he wants to say hello. Say hello to everybody, Natty. Yep, he's our black cat, sometimes known as a catchy. I'm going to put him down because he's been eating greenies, and he has those horrible green farts at the moment. Oh, also, I was considering doing a Samurai Sunday segment on the channel. For example, I recently discovered the Sleepy Eyes of Death series. You can see this is in VHS. I found these at a Goodwill or a Salvation Army or something to that effect. Wound up buying all of these videos for $1 a piece, and they've just sat in a box for years and years and years. I mean, probably close to 20 years. And recently I said, you know what? I'm moving things around. I'm putting things into storage. I'm getting the studio into shape. And I came across these VHS all sitting there together. And I said, you know what? I've held on to these for so long. Might as well watch one. And I watched one. I watched the third installment of what are apparently 12 movies that were made with this one actor plus additional entries in the series with a different actor. But anyway, the 12 that are considered main canon by the people who are big fans of the Sleepy Eyes of Death series. So anyway, I was considering a Samurai Sunday segment where if I just want to do a quick Sunday video, it's like, hey, this is this week's Samurai Sunday. It's Sword of Satan from the Sleepy Eyes of Death series. It's cool because XYZ, all that kind of stuff. The thing that's neat about Nimuri Kiyoshiro, who is the protagonist of the Sleepy Eyes of Death series, is he has his gimmick style. He has the full moon cut where he draws his sword in a circular arc, and then that motion becomes his first attack, which always ends up killing all of his adversaries. So anyway, so he has a cool gimmick. He has a cool tragic backstory, and he's a classic anti-hero Ronin. So it's a fun series. But anyway, so those are the things I've been working on. You know, it's not sexy. It's not sexy to say, yeah, I've got a notebook here that I've been putting notes in and ideas and bits of dialogue and backstory pieces for close to 5 years now. It's great. And then I have these other notebooks where I've started putting thumbnails in them, and we're going to have the final version of all the thumbnails in them. That's the second part. I've got it broken up into two pieces, book 1 and book 2. And we're still on book 1 in here. So anyway, bunch of stuff I can't show you, but there's an update for you. I hope you're enjoying your week. Hope you're enjoying your comics. Hope you're ready to enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. Thanks for walking. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell your friends about it. Find me at all of those little social media places via those links down below. And maybe we'll keep doing more of this. So see you next time. Look out for those features coming up. Bye.